welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be covering the next 25 tips and tricks from the 50 tips and tricks video. This is part 2 of it, and we are basically going to be covering them all, and I've got plenty of tips and tricks for you all to do. So, without further ado, I think we should get straight into it. Okay, so for number 26, it's basically walls, like blackstone walls and stuff like that. When they're connected, normally they look like that. When they're connected to blocks, they like spread out, and there's no corner bit to them. And you go to place windows into them, so that's just pretty cool. And on the next one over here, or cows, is if you build, so instead of building a pen out of fences, you can build it out of trapdoors, because animals can't escape from the trapdoors, which is pretty cool. And then for this one over here is that you can dye leather armor using a cauldron by putting the dye in there and then putting leather in it, and see, you get an orange leather tunic. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. Number 29 is that instead of using a furnace, you should use campfires, as they cook 4 items at a time without using any fuel. And because yeah, it's pretty fast and it's better than using furnaces. And yeah, so if we just wait for this to be done cooking, they will all pop out soon, and you'll have used up no fuel, and you'll also have used up zero. You also cooked more, if that makes sense. I'll see you. See, they just popped. They just cooked. See? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, on to the next one. Number 30. Number 30 is that you can put signs behind paintings, so make a secret room, like so. And I find that pretty cool. Number 31 is that instead of using chests, you should use barrels, as they're lag free. They don't take up as much lag as chests, which is good. And another barrel one is that they can be opened with blocks above them, unlike chests. Number 33. You can use target blocks to hit arrows, which with arrows or tridents, which let off a redstone signal, which then activate a piston stuff, so you can get a secret room or something like that. And this is what I did basically. Probably the worst redstone in the galaxy, but still. Anyway, on to the next one. 34 and 35 are basically the same one. Is that skeletal zombies get hurt when you use instant health potions, and so do skeletons. Like this. See, they get hurt when you use them because they're undead mobs, and living potions just hurt them. And number 36 is that if you name any animal either Dinnerbone or Grum, then they go upside down, and they start walking upside down, which is a bit funny. Number 37 is that if you take flint, if there's loads of fire in places, you can use a lingering potion of water to put out the fire, like so. And you can also do the same with a splash potion of water, like so. Is that if you take shears towards a mushroom and you shear it, the mushroom sort of like makes an explosion thing and becomes a cow, which I think is pretty cool. Number 40 is that if you take any kind of dye and go up to a sign with some words on it, you can dye the sign that colour. It's not the clearest, but you might be able to sort of see that it comes out a different colour. Number 30 is number 40 is that you can use, I think it's number 40 at least, is that you can use honey blocks to slide down things. Let's check if it's number 40. No, it's 41, close enough. Number 42 is that if you put an armor stand in a box and put some glass and there's some pistons there, and you take something to power the pistons, you can put them there and then destroy the pistons, and you have an armor stand in a glass case, which is cool. And you can display all your armor that way and show off to your friends. Now number 43 is that you can MLG from of hay bale from up to 100 blocks high, and which I think is pretty cool. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, as you'll see, I'm going to try MLG. Hopefully, yeah. See, I can survive from this height. So, which is another cool fact. 44 is that instead of using coal to power your furnaces, you should craft the coal into coal blocks, like so, which only requires 9 coal, and then the block of coal smelts the amount of 10 coal, and so you basically get a free bit of coal, if that makes sense. And then number 45 is if you name a sheep Jeb underscore lowercase j, they become a rainbow sheep, which is pretty cool. Number 46 is that soul fire deals more damage than normal fire. If you watch this, the soul fire cow will die quicker than the normal fire cow, if that makes sense. We all know that when you go in magma, you deal damage, but did you know that when you crouch on magma, it deals no damage to you? See, damage, no damage. Anyway, on to the next one. 48 is that if you take a saddle and a carrot on a stick, you can then place the saddle on the pig, and use the carrot on the stick, and then you can ride the pig around, which is pretty cool. Number 49 is a cool armor strand turret, which is using all these materials. It can be any armor apart from chain armor. So if we take them all, and we go here, and we then can just pose it however you like. You see this, like how you see the block below. If you try to place a torch there, there's a torch there. If you cover it up with armor, you can't see the torch. And then there's an invisible torch which is hidden by the armor stand, which is pretty cool. Number 50 is if you take a shulker box full of sand, for example, and then place it on top of a hopper, which goes into a furnace, the materials from the shulker box will then be transported into the furnace, which will then be cooked and turned into glass, which will come down into the chest, which is a hands-free way of moving stuff into furnaces. And finally, an honourable mention is that you can striders die when they're in water. I don't know why they're all tiny striders, but yeah, they die when they touch water. So yeah. So if you did enjoy today's video and found it useful, then please consider liking and subscribing, as it means a lot. Also, if you can see back there, my friend Target, he has a YouTube channel called Target, and he'll be linked in the description. He helped a lot with this, and if you want to check him out, that'd be very kind to him. So yeah, anyway, bye. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next.